Hi, my name is Jenny.
And my name's Eury.
And welcome again to the Conscious Cuppa podcast season 4, where we're exploring the divine feminine.
And if you've never heard of the divine feminine, you're not alone. Curious about what she has to do with creating your reality, realising your dreams, and being and having what you do want? Then stay tuned to find out more.
Eury, what if I just can't see how things could possibly work out?
Her infinite intelligence outmatches any obstacle and perfectly outpictures your fulfilled desire.
What if I need something done by tomorrow?
She makes arrangements and rearrangements in the blink of an eye.
How can I connect with her?
Imagine the feeling of your desire fulfilled.
What if I really desired something that's out of reach?
She gives you a hand up.
Who is she, really?
Here's a taste of what our fabulous guests had to say about what the divine feminine means to them.
When I think about feminine, I think about light and warmth. I think about growth.
Feminist of affirmation of the sacred.
The Virgin Mary.
Well, it's mummy, isn't it?
We made this podcast to big up this overlooked, underappreciated, infinitely intelligent divine mind who resides in all of us.
Look, I've got to go. I've got to go. Conscious Cuppa's on, all right? Conscious Cuppa.
What have we got to slip and slurp? What have we got to slip? Oh, here we go. What's in our mugs?
What have we prepared?
Yeah.
Got this flask. And you brought over a nice wrinkly passion fruit.
And that means it's lovely and ripe and it should taste gorgeous. So this has got black tea in it and some sugar, and it's this beautiful orange golden colour, like sunshine. I mean,
it does look a little bit like bubble tea because the seeds are in the cup as well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, where did we came up with this recipe, didn't we? You came up with it.
I don't think I did.
No? Inspired by somebody.
I don't remember.
Who are you? Tell us. We can't remember who you are. If you are the ones that inspired this recipe of beautiful tea, let us know.
Yeah. We hope you got something wonderful in your cup, in your glass, in your flask. Cheers.
Cheers.
You can send in your questions and suggestions to consciouscuppa@gmail.com. That's consciouscuppa@gmail.com.
So this is what we do. We asked 30 people to pick from 13 lollipop sticks and gave them 5 minutes to talk about the subject written on the sticks they chose.
This episode, Jenny will be discussing starting again and feeling secure. And you will hear from our guests, Andrew, Cori, Mandy, Jordan, Matt, Robin, Roger, Mike and Nouri.
And that's the new Mandy. There was 2 Mandys.
Yeah.
We've got a new Mandy now.
Yes.
Yeah. And midway through the interviews, we'll be sharing a golden nugget from Neville Goddard's book, Feeling is the Secret.
Grab a brew, take a pew, and let's give the divine feminine her due.
Feeling secure.
And so you can turn it over.
Starting again. I know what I'm going to go for.
I'm going
Okay.
to put 5 minutes on the clock.
Yep.
And when you're ready.
Feeling secure. It's interesting. When I read that, I had a feeling in my body, and it again reminds me of warmth and safety. And I think secure can mean various different things depending on the context, I guess, that we're thinking about. So thinking about friendship, being secure in my friendship is being around people who nourish me, who make me feel safe, where I feel like I don't have to almost doctor myself. You have, or at least I have, friends that see different aspects of me. There's not the 100% Andrew in every friendship that I have.
Yeah.
But the ones where I feel the most secure, they see like the 90% as opposed to the 50%. So if I'm at work and I have my work colleagues, they're friends, but they don't see the 100% Andrew because they can't. Because at work it might not be appropriate to show every aspect of me. Whereas with my friends that I've known for years, my family, with you guys, I feel like I can be the kind of 100% Andrew. So there's that security there. There's also feeling secure financially. So not having to worry about getting your basic needs met. So can I eat? Am I going to be warm? Do I have shelter? Etc.
Yes.
Maslow hierarchy of
Yeah,
needs, yeah.
I think so. And more recently, that has become more apparent almost. You know, there are times in your life or times in my life where you just don't think about those base feelings because, you know, everything is abundant. And then there's other times in your life where things aren't as abundant and you're thinking, okay, I need to think about where I'm going to get my next meal from or whatever the case may be.
Yes.
So then there's that element of feeling secure. And then there's feeling secure in me, which is probably the biggest one for me. And I think that's been an ongoing journey for years. I don't think it's going to end anytime soon. It might not end ever. But there's me growing up as a gay man and learning how to be secure in myself. And that was a journey in and of itself in getting there. And I feel like I'm very much there with that aspect of me. There's also me as a black man, defining what that means by my standards and by society standards. And just kind of your journey as growing up as a human being. You feel secure in different times at different places in your life. So all of that kind of comes together when I read Feeling Secure and what that can look like. You know, oddly enough, I feel like a time when I was trapped in a lift. And I know that sounds really weird to say when you think about feeling secure.
Yeah.
How old was I? I want to say I was probably about maybe 8 or 9. And I was trapped in my lift. So we used to live in a flat.
Yeah.
I mean, they still live in the flat, but I was living there with them. And it got trapped between 2 floors. And I remember feeling so scared in that lift. And I have a little bit of a phobia of lifts now because of that. And the fire brigade came and I had to get out and then my mum was there. And I remember running towards my mum once I got out of the lift and my mum hugged me. And that felt secure. I felt super secure in that moment. So that's another thing that kind of comes to my mind when I think feeling secure. It's kind of the embrace of my mum, kind of the warmth of my mum.
Yes.
Okay, let's see what we have. Feeling secure. To me, feeling secure is about just feeling confident in oneself. But personally, I've never really felt confident in myself. I would say I'm able to walk into situations I may not feel secure, but I will portray a persona where I feel confident because I know how people are seeing me in terms of if I was to get the party started, I could get the party started, even though I feel uncomfortable about it. But I know everyone around me is thinking, we need someone to get the party started. They want to do it. So I'm thinking, I can do it. And when I do it, everything else starts. And that's how I look at feeling secure. But also, in terms of pushing forward a persona of feeling secure, I may not feel secure, but I have an idea of what everyone else is thinking. Looking at the other side of this lolly stick, starting again. To me, starting again, I look at that as a long-term thing because I see life as continuous and I see life as never ever being over. So even though I'm looking at this starting again, I'm thinking, okay, I might get things wrong in this lifetime. Let's see the next one. And that's how I see it. My thoughts go deeper than that, but yeah.
Feeling secure. For me, feeling secure it comes in a number of different ways. Am I feeling secure in myself? I think that's the first thing, because if you start with yourself, then you can go out and feel secure in other places, etc. So for me, feeling secure is, am I happy with myself? Have I got to that place where I'm secure? Can I ask myself, are you okay now? How are you feeling? Do you trust? Do you love yourself enough? So if I can answer all those questions without having any doubt, I can say that I'm feeling secure with myself. Whereas if I start saying, well, I'm not sure about that, I don't trust myself to do this, or I don't trust myself with, being in a room full of other people, or I don't trust then I'm not secure. So feeling secure is being happy with yourself, happy where you are in life. Knowing that you are so abundant and so full of love for yourself. And I know it takes, time to get there, because for me, personally, I think my kind of journey started in 1997, where I wasn't really secure with myself. I started to learn, and you're learning every day. So it's something that you have to keep at. Yeah, you need to keep at it and be aware, and always coming back for more and questioning. So yeah, feeling secure is also it's a journey, and I don't think it's ever ending, even though you do feel secure. There's no end. It's just a complete journey. You have to keep topping up, like the car going. Okay, like a car going, you still have to keep topping it up for it to keep moving. So you still have to take it for the MOT to keep, do you know what I mean? To keep, going. So that for me is feeling secure and being happy and waking up every morning and knowing that everything is going to be fine. Everything is going to be fine. It's always fine. It's just that you've got to let go of the fear factors that get thrown at you to sort of test you almost. So feeling secure is being comfortable. I think knowing as well, and knowing that things are going to be okay. Like I do a lot of, what's the worst that's going to happen? I've learned to have to say that to myself. What's the worst that's going to happen? At work, I've done something. Well, what's the worst that's going to happen? Just be honest. Be honest. And you know what? You'll be surprised at how things are just like, okay, let's start again. Like starting again on the other side of the lollipop stick. So I think that feeling secure is also warmth. You feel warm. And everyone likes being warm. I suppose it's something for you come from being in the womb, right? You're secured in the womb. You're looked after. Yes, it's warmth. It's like warm. It's like sitting in front of a log fire when it's snowing outside and you're all nice and snug and warm and stuff. So for me, that's feeling secure. Starting again, you can start anytime. You could just start over anytime. There's no right or wrong. You can just start over again. Day one, you're in the now, you're present. You can just start again. There's nothing to say you can't. There's nothing within yourself. As long as you want to start again, that's fine. So for me, yeah, starting again is, okay, I got it wrong yesterday. Today's a new day. Let's go again. Yeah.
I'm going to start with starting again. So this is a huge thing for me personally, because my experience, my past is detrimental to who I am now. Recently coming out of prison, I believe in second chances, or like this says, starting again. Yes, it's just finding yourself again and just a fresh start, trying to be who you want to be, not the person that you was, and just making improvements day by day, trying to enjoy life, trying to understand yourself, trying to love yourself, I think, which is very important. That's just not about starting again. I think everyone should do that, because a lot of people find it difficult to do that, which is sad really, because you need to appreciate yourself. Yeah, just keep on going and just do what you can really. Starting again, it's important to know where you want to go once you start again though. You know, what direction you're going, the journey, what it's going to take to get to where you want to be. So I'm starting again, so yeah, the story continues. And feeling secure. Feeling secure can mean many things. Within yourself, financially. One of the biggest things about feeling secure for me is
being financially stable and achieving that goal and secure within oneself. So be it health, mentally, just being content and being secure. It's a work in progress. Feeling secure is not something that happens straight away. It's a natural human emotion to feel anxiety and anxious about certain things, to overthink stuff, and that kind of destroys that sense of security. Just navigating your emotion and thoughts is the key, which is easier said than done, but is the key to feeling secure. Yeah, it's just, everything's just work in progress and a journey, really.
So I picked that one up. It was upside down, and it says nagging gnitras. Number 8. It also says starting again. And the other side of it says feeling secure. When I picked up and saw starting again, something in me went, oh, fuck, starting again. And I felt like somehow cheated that I'd been like picked that one. Not by you or not by myself, but it's like starting again. Maybe because things are always starting again, or often feel like they're starting again. And that's like a painful process, that things are starting again. Wait. So my cat is scratching the sofa. Starting again. Yeah, so maybe it's another reality that things are always starting again. Going over and over and over again. And I'm also curious that it's got an 8, which for me is a lucky number. It's my like power number. It's my favourite number. Which also pleased me that my favourite number was next to starting again. So it's like, what's my favourite number doing sitting next to starting again? And feeling secure, looking at how this is written on the lollipop stick and the sort of beautiful ends to it. It looks, I don't know, I'm drawn into like unlike when the other ones are just kind of like I focus on the semantic meaning of the words. I'm just looking at it. I'm looking at the beauty of the lollipop stick. And it seems to fit how the words are written in a non-uniform sort of way, which makes me feel quite secure. That it's not, that it has its own sort of like energy and personality and character. But for some reason I'm also reading secure as sukla, sugar, for some reason, and I can't eat sugar, so maybe something there.
It's time for a Neville Nugget.
What number would you like, Jenny?
I would like number 3, please.
There is an unbroken connection between feelings and the visible world. The body is an emotional filter and bears unmistakable marks of one's prevalent emotions. Emotional disturbances, especially suppressed emotions, are the cause of all diseases.
Yeah.
On with the podcast.
It says starting again and feeling secure. So, what does that mean to me?
5 minutes.
Okay. So that talks to me about home, I suppose. Or creating a home, or creating a base level where you can feel like no matter what you do, you can go back to it. I mean, I suppose I grew up playing computer games. I cannot get the sensation out of my head that if you make a mistake, you can't just reverse it and start back at the checkpoint.
Yeah.
It's like stuck in there, when I was a kid, I loved playing computer games. I still do now. And I still resonate with that idea of a save point.
Yes.
You get to a point where you can save it and everything that you've done before is banked and it's in there, and then you can go and take risks again.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. And so that's what this stick means to me again, starting again. You feel secure, you've got to your position of where what you've done is done, and you can be satisfied with it, you can move on, and then you can start taking risks again.
Okay.
You can start doing stupid things, you can start being adventurous, because you've got that.
Yeah.
I know from a rational point of view that nothing is like that, because, I suppose that everything comes to an end and things like that. And I like thinking about things like that way. I don't see it as being depressive. But the video gamer in me doesn't think like that at all. I've got a million different lives. I can just do it over and over again. Yeah, so in my life, I've got a lot of security. And part of what I've been doing recently is by trying to secure that. Looking after what I already have is an important thing to me. And, whatever that means to people, for me, that's like my health. I wasn't very considerate of my health when I was a teenager, even when I was in my early 20s. And that started to slowly change. And I got into all the running and stuff, and that was a gateway for me. It was just like, oh yeah, so if I want to be a better runner, I want to impress other people, then I've got to be healthy, right?
Yeah.
That was the only reason I motivated myself to get healthy. And then I started eating well, and I started sleeping well, and I obviously did regular exercise. All of a sudden, I realised that, there is no way I'm going back to being unhealthy. No way.
Yeah.
Because I realised that feeling healthy is feeling secure. Because I can handle anything when I feel good, and I can't handle anything when I don't. I'm useless. Even if I've had something that's knocked me back a few steps, it could be something simple like a few nights bad sleep, or I've eaten something that doesn't agree with me. My temperament is all over the place. I've got no hope. I've got no faith, no optimism. These things are so vital to appreciating the life that I live. They seem so flippant, they're so easily lost. But I think if you live a life in pursuit of those features, just feeling like whatever you do, you're going to be safe. Whatever you do, you're going to be, there's a reason for it, and you can learn from it. Yeah. If those little things disappear, then it's just so much darker, isn't it, the way you live? And these things, the access to them is good sleep, good food. For me, anyway. Yeah. And keeping on top of my exercise. When I have those things in, I feel good in myself. Even when I take a knock back, I can take it. I can really appreciate the lesson that I can learn from that setback, and I can be optimistic that I'll become a stronger version of myself because of that setback. And that's not the way I used to see things at all. It was just like an endurance event. Life was just this thing where, there were good things mixed with bad things, and you have to just bear with the bad things, grin and bear them, because amongst them is some nice things that you can enjoy. Yeah. Whereas when I realised that being healthy gave me access to appreciating everything, it was just so easy to accept. This sort of idea of acceptance, it's completely changed my life. Just let it be. Just let it be. Feeling secure. I suppose that does link back to this, because it's like that feeling of not self-awareness, but like feeling completely okay in yourself. I think that's a really vital place, so that you can reach out and do things that are outside of your comfort zone. Yeah. And from that point, you can start again. Over and over again. As many times as you want. You can make mistakes. It's no bother. Like again.
Starting again. How many times do I have to start again until I get it right? But having that chance to start again, and I've spoken to Jenny about that. We get another go, we get another chance. In many ways, I started again in the last 2 years or so. Well, 4 years. I started again. I ended something and started a new thing. And that was to do with art and music. During the COVID time, we had discussed things like resetting. And in a way, a reset is a restart. I start again. In many ways, every time I wake up in the morning, I'm starting again. I have everything, all the tools available to me to start again. But what am I starting? This is the thing. And the idea of starting again, born again, birthed again, is always, to me, is a positive thing. It's really interesting in some conversations. What am I the same Roger that I was when I was 7, 14, 20? I've had many starts. Start a new job, start a new relationship. It's something, start a new song, start a new picture. I forgot about those things. Starting an art. It's not easy sometimes. Often something needs to be finished, and the finishing things isn't easy when there's so many things to do. On a profound level, I am a different person in the last 4 years. I started to become an artist and apply myself. But I do feel that I am forever starting again, renewing, rebuilding, and sometimes not from the same place, hopefully from a place of improvement, of knowledge, of experience. In many ways, I need to imagine starting something new. I'm going to be moving soon. Another start again. I need to bed down, put my roots in, and grow from wherever that is. So that's a new start. I'll be starting again. I've done it before. I can do it again. So there's some things about starting again. Again implies being here before, maybe. So I haven't had just one start, I've had many starts. And in a way, many chances. And I hope they continue. Starting again also implies maybe something new. Might be starting something new, which would be amazing. Start of a new journey. As I said, start of a new piece. Start of a new creativity. Start of a new idea. Yeah. Everything that has to have a start to be brought forward. And I hope that I am able to start many things and finish them. And, yeah.
For me, starting again is about growth. And, to grow, we have to change, we have to let go of our old ideals, what we believe is correct. A lot of that is driven by personal expectation. And throughout my life, I've had to start what I perceived at the time to be starting again, because it's quite, particularly when I talk to young people and they go, oh my God, I'm 23 and I haven't got my shit together. It's over. I'm going to die. And I just think I'm 38 and I'm still kind of getting my shit together, figuring out what it is that I want. But I'm definitely a lot happier than when I was 23. I'm not happier and starting again as well for me is not standing on ceremony, being in recovery, being sober. I am encouraged to let go of stuff that doesn't serve me, to just go, oh, fucking hell, this doesn't work. I'm not happy. It's I'm not making progress. I'm stuck. And you humble yourself, right? And that humility sometimes can come from humiliation. And, it's a new year. We spoke about this earlier, that I've got, businesses and what I'm doing and whether I'm going to start again or make a change. One thing I think as I've learned to hold myself in higher regard as well, I'm okay with starting again. I'm okay with letting go of what I think is right. I'm certainly not afraid to say that I'm wrong I don't really apologise because I'm the only one that's doing it, right? I'm not harming anybody.
Starting again. Yeah, starting again is always a problem. This feeling scared. Secure. No, I go for the starting again. That's very hard. It's anytime I want to do the painting, I get excitement and get the paint and brush and this and put the whiteboard in front of me. And now the hard time has started. To start again. Yeah, but I know that in order to start, you have to have your mind clear. That's the way to start. If you pre-plan to do something, it's a waste of time. You have to start it fresh and you have to let go. You don't have to put the goal for yourself. You don't have to put a set of things to do, which is stop you doing it. The more you plan to do something or to build something before you start, they are stopping you to move. In order to move, you always have to have a start from nothing and then build it up. Because otherwise, if you want to plan to do something, it's like you're making it like a mountain, climbing the mountain. It never happens. Especially when you're doing it after a period of time, you haven't been doing much new things or you haven't started the new things. And if you want to go back to do the thing you used to do, they need the atmosphere. They need the right surrounding. It's not like, as I always say, it's like switching the light on and off. It's not like that. You can't change it like that. Getting to start something new, it takes lots of a state of mind to be prepared. The only way you can do it when you start in very neutral, without having anything in mind. Because that's the only time you can change and create. Otherwise, it'd be a second-hand things. It'd be the copy things. You copy yourself from before. Because I experienced that with the artwork. When I'm doing it, if I think about doing it beforehand, it's ending up something similar as what I've done before. If I don't have any brief to do it for myself, then that is the time, no matter how bad looking the work is, it got something to say. And that's what I think is the changes is all about. And you want to get that new things out of you. Because we all got lots of things to bring out. But you need the path to do it. You need the place to do it. You have to get everything ready for it. Obviously, you never get everything, but try to do it as much as possible. And that way, maybe you change. A start is difficult, but it's possible. And I'm hoping everybody can do it. But believe in yourself, of course, and going about it in a right way, dedicated and being 100% ready for it. You have to be ready for it because you need ammunition. You need some tools in your hand to do things. If you don't have it, it's harder. It still is possible, but it's much harder. So good luck to me and you.
Can I ask you your experience of starting again other than an artist?
Well, it was in the experience at work. I mean, so many times when I was doing a job and I had a difficulty with it, I didn't want to continue. Then you start worrying about what's happening if you lose that position you have. And that stops you to don't change, don't start again, because you let yourself to be vulnerable and frightened from changing. But that you have to overcome it, because it's always one door is closing, is another door is opening. But you have to believe in yourself. So I did experience that with work, which worry about the starting again is always stop you to moving up from the position you are in. Sort of try to stuck with what you have and not risk for what you might get. Which is, I think is wrong. You have to be radical about it. You have to just break and go, even break the bridge behind you so you know you have to go forward. There is no way back. Because you can't go back. The time is gone, the time is gone. You don't own it anymore.
Get kettle on.
Fancy a brew, huh?
Not just any brew.
I think I know what you need.
Conscious Cuppa, babe.
So, Jenny, starting again and feeling secure. The divine feminine, what's it all got to do?
I think this is the stage of the unfolding process, the technology that we've been trying to get to.
Okay.
Because we started with getting the gift, which is the idea.
Yeah.
And here we are, as Matt said, what's this number 8? Because the number 8 if you've listened to season 3, where we talked about the Fibonacci, number 8 is the place of marriage. This is you've got together now. You had the gift, the idea, the desire, and at the time that you get the desire, what you want is over there and over then. Here at number 8, here where we're starting again and we're feeling secure, we are basically getting married. We are becoming one with the fulfilled desire. Previous episode, couple of episodes back, we were engaging with the fulfilled desire. The previous episode, we're letting go of everything that had nothing to do with the fulfilled desires, letting all that go.
Allowing it to dissipate.
Allowing it to dissipate, to fade away. Stop giving it attention. And quite a few people in this, our guests, did mention about letting go as part of this starting again. Because here we are fully committed now.
Yeah.
All the doubts have gone.
Faithful.
We're completely at one now with this new way of being in the world, this new conversation we're having in our mind. For me, this is definitely about confidence. Cori mentioned confidence. Having confidence in this divine marriage to produce in the world what I want, because it hasn't arrived yet. The harvest hasn't come yet. But I have confidence because I've let go of all the idea that it might not happen. Will it happen? What are the obstacles that are in the way? All of that is gone. I'm not really supposed to be thinking about that anyway. But if they do creep up, it's okay. I'm at the altar now. I'm going ahead with this. We're crossing the threshold. We're fenced in. With number 8 also means the fence. Interestingly enough, in the Akkad, we had that the Iban also means fence. And it's basically saying that everything outside of this bubble that you're creating around you and your fulfilled desire can go away. Please, leave us. We're in this divine union.
Yeah.
One way in which I felt completely committed to the idea, even though it hadn't manifested. Maybe I've talked about this before. When I went on this tour with Tower Records, I used to work with, there was a message on the notice board to say that there was this tour happening and you could write this essay to enter it, like a competition. And as soon as I read this notice, I just knew I'm going on that tour. I'm going on that tour. There was a complete feeling of, this is mine.
Yeah.
This is what I'm going to be doing whenever that tour was going to start. There was no doubt. I was instantly married to that. There wasn't even an engagement in the sense of...
Not that you remember being engaged, yeah.
There was no like back and forth having to practice imagining that I was going to be on the tour.
So
as far as I was concerned, I was on that tour.
Stroke, court, marriage, that's it. You'd met.
There was no courting.
Well, the court was seeing the poster, maybe.
That was like going actually straight from 01, the idea, straight to get married to that idea.
Wow, that's amazing.
That kind of level of commitment, and absolutely no doubt, it's the level of the quality of the cloth. I really need to remind myself about.
Yes.
In future.
It's almost like grace gives you these instantaneous, very seamless moments that you can replay.
Yeah.
The feeling of to create this at number 8. And I do have a similar feeling as well when I got onto a course. And people were like, there's 800 people, you're never going to get on. And I was like, well, I'm already on, so I don't know what you're on about.
Yeah,
and it was just absolutely definite that that's what I was meant to be doing and where I was meant to be doing it. It's extraordinary.
Yeah, I love that. So overall, I noticed that people was talking about this being an ongoing journey of learning, of growth, of second chances. That was a big one as well. And that you have the necessary tools now so you can take risks and you can start fresh. And if it all goes wrong, it's okay. 70 times 7, you just start again. And what I like about the Divine Feminine is that she's always there beckoning you if you do make a mistake, if you do lose confidence, if you do decide, actually, I want to back out at the altar, you can start again. Not going to give you a hard time. Again, not judgmental. Let's start again. You've still got the desire. You've still got this dream. You've still got this wish. We can start again from the beginning and work our way back to the altar, back to this place where you can hopefully feel that confidence, that stay with it, stay faithful, as you said, and let's produce this new world that we want to enjoy, to experience.
So you're really giving her all your attention here?
Oh, complete. This is complete now. This isn't you're engaged anymore. I have said goodbye to everything, and even though the harvest isn't here, the new world isn't here yet, I'm totally committed.
You've got the feeling of appreciation of it having arrived, knowing that it's arriving.
Yeah, this is there's no evidence that the new world that you've wanted, the fulfillment it hasn't manifested yet.
In the physical.
In the physical, but you're experiencing it in your imagination as having happened, as real.
Yeah.
So
you can go back to this feeling of love, of commitment, of faith to keep you going, to sustain this marriage.
Well, that's going to happen while we're in the next stages. So the next episodes we'll be looking at that. But who is a Divine Feminine right now? This is my wife right now, about to be the mother of my new world, about to find all the things that are going to be woven together to rearrange my world.
Yes.
And so I'm honouring that by not questioning whether or not she's going to be able to do that.
I like that, honouring it. Yeah.
Yeah. And so what are the qualities that are here right now? I can feel secure. That's one of the biggest things. I'm protected. I'm protected by the embrace of this Divine Feminine. I know there's abundance here. We're in the storehouse. Basically, our church is the storehouse where everything is. Again, like some of our guests were saying, it doesn't matter if things go wrong. You start again because you have everything here. There's nothing missing. That should give me confidence. I'm not saying I haven't experienced myself aborting the wedding, running away from the aisle. I can give myself completely to this. I guess this is the point about this part of the process. You can give yourself completely over if you believe in what's happening here.
Yeah, I really feel like this is a place where you hone your faith. The faith that you have begins to really blossom and come forth to hold you safely and securely, and yeah, it's making me smile.
This is all about harmony here. This is all about having made an agreement within yourself about this new world that you want to step into and which you have stepped into. Do I have the confidence it's going to be outpictured? Well, as a Divine Masculine, you would. As Adam, yeah, I can see how I walk away, and I have done that a few times. And
the doubting Thomas gets...
there's the dark side of doubting Thomas. There's the light side of doubting Thomas. I just hope that when you get to this place, that you can sustain yourself there, recognising that this is where everything is. So there's nothing to lose.
Yeah, I think Cori talked about nourishing yourself, didn't he?
Let's get to the words of wisdom, because I know that you've got an acronym that you'd like to share.
Yeah.
Which one is it?
It's WOMB.
WOMB, W-O-M-B?
Yeah.
Okay. W is?
Willing. O is open. M is meaningful Mobius. So this Mobius strip. And B is brave.
Brave. Tell us more about the Mobius strip.
So the Mobius strip is this figure 8 that we're in right now.
Yeah.
And this is about this meaningful ascension into what you do want. You're going up the Mobius strip.
As it twists.
Yeah, you've crossed over this twist, and you're really sealed in this divine marriage.
It's on the new path, isn't it?
And it's just making me excited and enthusiastic and feeling joyful.
I'm finding it hard to articulate how exciting this level is. I think the couple of episodes ago where we had the getting in touch and the daydreaming, so important. But really here, we're in the mode of celebration.
Yes.
We should be in the mode of celebration. It's a marriage.
You're at the wedding table.
Yeah, you should
giving
really,
speeches.
You should really be
clinking glasses.
Yeah.
Dancing.
Yeah, it really should be that. So what I've taken from what people have said is have a good base, a clear mind, and friendships that are 100%. Persist, keep it moving, and even as one door closes, another opens. Life is never ending. Enjoy, understand, love and appreciate yourself. Give yourself an MOT of warmth, rest, nourishment and the feeling of being looked after. And allow yourself access to accepting everything. Thank you so much for listening into this episode. This has been a swell sip. It has been a beautiful blend and a terrific tipple.
You can send in your questions and suggestions to consciouscuppa@gmail.com. That's CONSCIOUSCUPPA@gmail.com.
Big shouts out to our little sound biters. Really appreciate that. And listen right to the end for our wonderful Women of the Bible Easter egg.
We'll see you on the next episode.
See you soon.
I don't know how many lollipop sticks we've got through, about half of them.
Wow.
Which one are you having?
I've got a green one here. Green and yellow it is. And it's Julia. And her name means soft-haired from Romans 16. Believes readily in the great ideas of God and passes them on. Passes them on. These great ideas of God.
Well, also if you think of God and good as the same word.
Good ideas.
Good ideas. Yeah.
The giver of good ideas.
Well, she believes in them and she shares them.
Sharing of good ideas.
Sharing
Love that.
good. Yeah. Good news.
Gospel.
Exactly.
Love it.
See you next time.
See you next time.